My wife said, we should get divorced while you still have your dignity, then took off with a man I'd never met and bragged about it in a private group chat. I didn't confront her, just filed first, froze the accounts, and sent her lawyer a courtesy copy of the chat logs. 72 hours later, her entire strategy fell apart, and her lawyer was frantically calling me instead. The notification that lit up her phone the night before while she was in the shower told me everything. A message from Jay. Missing you already. Next weekend can't come soon enough. When she came home late from drinks with the girls wearing perfume she hadn't put on that morning, something cold settled in my stomach. After she left for her emergency meeting that Sunday, I did what any IT security consultant would do. Backed up our home network data. Router logs, cloud storage, security footage. I'm not jealous by nature, but I am thorough. Location data showed her at a downtown hotel 6 times in the past month. Text threads discussing Jay and exit strategy. Calendar entries labeled lunch, aligned perfectly with hotel visits. Most damning, a private Instagram group chat with 3 friends that synced to our shared iPad. A device she'd forgotten was logged into her account. For months, they'd been her cheer squad as she detailed her affair with Jay, a CrossFit instructor who was everything opposite of boring, predictable Mason. Mason's too busy with his computer security stuff to notice anything, she'd written. When we finalize the divorce, he'll probably just nod and go back to his spreadsheets. Another, Jay says I can move in with him as soon as it's filed. His apartment is small, but we won't need much space, LOL. The kicker, sent 3 days prior. Strategy meeting with Diane tomorrow. She handled my cousin's divorce and destroyed her ex-husband. Mason has no idea what's coming. Diane, her college roommate, now a divorce attorney known for aggressive tactics. I took screenshots of everything, downloaded the data, then restored everything exactly as I'd found it. That night, she mentioned visiting her sister that weekend. Her location sharing, which she never disabled, would show her at Jay's apartment instead. I nodded, said I hoped she'd have a good time. Next morning, I called Ben, a former client who's one of the top divorce attorneys in the city. Sent him the evidence. She's planning to blindside you next week, he said. Diane files emergency support orders based on exaggerated claims. Usually works because the husband's caught off guard. What do? We file first, today, quietly. While my wife was at her noon yoga class, I signed papers. By 2 p.m., we'd filed for divorce on grounds of adultery, with all evidence organized as exhibits. Then Ben sent Diane a professional courtesy email. I'm representing Mason Hayes. Attached is our filing from this afternoon and documentation regarding your client's extramarital activities. The sample included screenshots where Catherine mentioned Diane by name and discussed their strategy. That night, Catherine came home in a suspiciously good mood. I nodded, wished her success on her big project. While she slept, I secured finances, removed her as authorized user on my personal credit card, transferred my paycheck to my personal account, changed investment passwords, all legal given the circumstances. Next morning, Catherine's texts started. Did you do something with the Amex? Why can't I access Vanguard? Mason, call me immediately. I responded once. In meetings all day. At 3:17 p.m., she called. Voicemail. We need to talk. I'm coming home now. I texted back. Working late tonight. Tomorrow works better. I packed essentials, spent the night at a hotel, ignoring increasingly frantic texts. Next morning, Catherine was formally served at her office. She went white, rushed outside to make a phone call. 30 minutes later, Ben called. Diane wants to meet. Says there's been a misunderstanding. She's concerned about ethical issues given the documented strategy discussions involving her. She's suggesting a quick, clean settlement. Tell her we'll meet tomorrow. No rush. The meeting was brief. Catherine wouldn't look at me. Ben presented terms. Fair asset division. No alimony. Clean break. Your client retains her dignity and professional reputation, Ben said. My client moves on without protracted battle. Everyone wins. After whispering with Diane, Catherine nodded. Outside, she caught me in the parking lot. You went through my phone? No. You brought your affair into our home network, which I manage. Our cloud storage, which I set up. Everything was there without touching your phone. Those were private, on devices I built, maintained, and paid for. Just like you've been sleeping with your trainer while planning to blindside me with divorce. Jay isn't just, I know exactly who he is. The guy whose apartment is too small for your things. The person not answering your calls now that things got complicated. Her face confirmed it. You said we should divorce while I still had my dignity, I said, opening my car door. Thank you for that advice. I'm taking it. Within 48 hours, the settlement was signed.